What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. This time I am looking at our boy DSP's podcast, where he goes on this long, boring rant of why he can't pay $70 for The Last of Us Remake. He goes on all of these spiels. He craps on the early reviewers like he always does. And the funny thing is, he tried to justify why he won't spend $70. But the justifications he provides actually counters what he's actually saying and actually kind of justifies the $70 price tag. So let's watch the video. I'll stop it from time to time and provide my input. So let's get into it. Yips.
Music, voice acting, like it hit every cylinder possible that you're looking for in a beautifully crafted engine that is a game was pumping at full octane. All right? It blew me away. When I played it, it absolutely did. And to this day, I'm not going to sit here and be like...
He's talking about the original Last of Us game.
You know, this is a situation where the game should not be purchased or played or experienced and it sucks. That would be the worst thing you could possibly do. That's being so disingenuous, okay? This game is amazing. I always thought it was amazing. 9 years ago, I thought it was amazing. Today, I still think the game's amazing. So fair enough for these review scores, all right? However, as I knew was going to happen, these reviewers are completely ignoring the actual issue with the game, which isn't the game, it's the price. They're all arguing in their reviews, this is not a cash grab. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many reviews actually have that phrase in the review, this is not a cash grab. Okay? Problem with that statement is, these people don't even understand what the term cash grab means. They're just blindly defending this game.
Neither do you, Phil. A cash grab is basically a game that, for example, the Grand Theft Auto edition, special edition that you play, a remastered edition that you played in November. Remember, you were super excited about that, and everyone crapped about it and said it was crappy, it wasn't worth it, it's a glitch fest. But no, you defended it and said, no, it's good, it's worth the price. I think it was $60 for 3 games, and you justified it. And you played those horrible games, those editions. That is a cash grab, okay? That's a cash grab. What The Last of Us isn't really okay. I mean, yeah, $70 for an old game, yeah, that's a bit steep. That is a bit steep. I will give you that, pimp. But listening to what they're actually giving you in this game justifies the cost. It justifies the cost, and I'll explain why it justifies it in a few minutes. So I'll keep letting Phil yammer away.
All right. We talked about this at length, that when Last of Us 2 came out, Neil Druckmann made it a social justice movement to buy his game. If you buy The Last of Us 2, you are sticking it to those bigoted haters on the internet. You're telling them that this is a new progressive gaming landscape where non-stereotypical characters can be heroes, where girls can be strong and tough, where girls can actually be homosexual, and that's okay. It's not looked frowned upon, and you're really going against that misogynistic gaming community out there if you buy The Last of Us 2. I'm not making this up.
What does that have to do with The Last of Us Remake? It has nothing to do with the first game. Yeah, I didn't like Last of Us 2 either. I didn't like the whole social justice stuff either as well. And I didn't play the game. I'll be honest, I didn't play the game. The Last of Us 1, though, was amazing. It was great. So I'm not sure what one has to do with the other, but let's see if you have a point.
That's what he said. He outright said that on the internet. Every time you buy The Last of Us 2, you're sticking it to the haters. He said that. And what he did is he created this cult, this progressive cult of...
Our boy DSP knows a lot about cults, and it's funny because it sounds like he's projecting here. He does the same exact thing. Give me money, tip me to stick it to the haters, right, Phil? Remember that? Stick it to the haters.
People on the internet that think that anything they buy now from him is supporting this social justice movement. All right? I don't like that. For me, I want a game to succeed on its own merits. All right? And by the way, The Last of Us 1 has a ton of great merits. But when you see every mainstream review site reviewing this game, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and they say in their reviews it's not a cash grab because the graphics blow you away and this and that, but literally no one addresses the fact that it's $70, what that tells me is they're part of the group, and they don't care. As long as they can push that fucking agenda down your throat.
What group, pimp? Are you talking about early reviewers, people that actually get an early copy of it, people that actually, you know, like skill up and stuff like that? Weren't you using those same people the other day or the last time you bought a game, and you accepted their reviews and said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to use it. They said it's a great game. I'm going to go ahead and play it." Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me it was Saints Row. That's what it was. Saints Row, the reviewers actually crapped on it. Not all of them. Some of them, you know, it ranged between 7 and 5, 7 and 4. It was basically a 5 or a 6 on the review score, right? And you use that justification, although you said in the past that don't pay attention to early reviews, they're shills. But you used it to justify why you weren't going to buy Saints Row, right? So now you're crapping on those people, essentially saying that, oh, they're shills again, right? You change your tone, you change your words every time you need it to fit your narrative, and you can't continually go back and forth with this crap, Phil. Okay, let's keep going.
Bro, they don't give a fuck, and that's disingenuous to me.
So since they don't give a F like you just said right now, pimp, then why'd you bother using them to justify why you weren't buying Saints Row? Why didn't you buy Saints Row and then review it like you always do or you claim like you do? No, it all comes down again to you refusing to spend any money. And that's why you're sitting here griping where you spent 45 minutes griping about The Last of Us because you don't want to spend $70. And in a few, you're gonna hear something from him that's gonna infuriate you even more.
All right, here's how I'm gonna approach it. All right, I'm gonna tell you from the reviews I've seen what's really great about the game. I'm gonna give you my honest take on why I'm not playing it, and then I'm gonna give you an overall kind of, I hope, will be considered middle of the road take. Because I'll tell you one thing: I'm certainly not conservative, and I'm certainly not ultra progressive liberal. I'm a middle of the road.
Again, what does this have to do with your stupid $70 rant that you don't want to pay $70 for this game?
Kind of guy, and I try to see this from all perspectives. Problem is, when I do that, I get hated on by everyone. The conservatives.
Everybody hates you, Phil. It doesn't matter whether you're conservative or liberal. They hate you not because you're conservative or liberal. They just hate you because you're a moron.
Hate my ass, and the liberals hate my ass because I'm neither. So I'm kind of like the most hated guy on the internet when it comes to issues like this, because everyone's like, well, if you're not with us, you're against us. Well, I'm not with either of you, so I guess you're all against me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's talk about this. First of all, the number one huge win is that all the accessibility features from The Last of Us 2 are now in The Last of Us 1, or The Last of Us Part 1. No, I'm just calling it the re-release. I'm sorry, it's the only way to not get confused about the fucking title of this game. All right, so all of the accessibility features, including the sonar that was implemented in that game, the golden path mechanics to lead you around if you're sight impaired, the contrast features, the menu narration, all new. Also, apparently this game has new accessibility features. Apparently it has actual attempts to narrate the game, meaning there is an actual person voice narrating things in the game that if you're blind or sight impaired you can't see. There's a voice telling you what's going on, which is exactly what happens with television shows and movies today. So they actually tried to add in an accessibility feature that's becoming more prominent in other realms of media into a video game for the first time. That is unprecedented, and that is super positive.
That alone right there sounds great to me, and kind of justifies the $70 price tag. It's expensive to do that stuff, but we'll keep going.
They've also tried to implement new accessibility features for those who can't hear. Now, if you're deaf, you can enjoy all the visuals of a game, but you have no idea what any of it sounds like. They implemented a feature where, hold on, because I have the controller right here. I don't know why I don't just show the real controller. Utilizing the rumbling feature of this DualSense controller, which is revolutionary. I've told you guys if I play games such as Bugsnax, that I felt really cool features like thunder rumbling, and it feels like it's actually thunder in the background and stuff like that. So apparently, when you're playing The Last of Us re-release, all right, there's a feature that makes it so that this controller will vibrate along with the voices in the game, resonating at different levels of vibration to try to match the actual tone of their voice. So imagine you've never heard anyone speak in a video game before, but you can kind of get how someone sounds because your controller is rumbling like their voice. This feature actually blows me away just as much as the sonar in Last of Us 2. That's an ingenious fucking feature. Now, I don't know how it works. Personally, I'm probably never going to use it, and I would probably not benefit from it because I can actually hear the real voice, but that sounds amazing.
Another That's reason why... Hold on. Another reason why you should say to yourself, okay, maybe the $70 is justified. Let's keep going.
I mean, you know what I mean? I can't say a negative thing about it. That's ingenious. They must have some really smart fucking people working on this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy cool. And I'm happy that there is a AAA game studio out there that actually cares about accessibility for games in this manner, and they are breaking new ground as much as they can. This is excellent news. I want every major AAA release to have these kind of groundbreaking features, because games should be accessible to all, in my opinion. Okay, you can disagree. A lot of people are like, well, I don't care about accessibility features. Fair enough. If it doesn't affect you, it doesn't affect you.
Okay, you gave 2 positive reasons to justify why they're charging $70. So what's the problem? Let's forward a little bit, because he just keeps ranting.
That's what they're trying to push here. You see? Now, if you are one of the 43% who've never experienced this game, maybe you can justifiably say it's worth the price tag. Listen, it's a full-fledged game. It was Game of the Year 9 years ago. People to this day love this game. I will tell you right now, the plot of The Last of Us 1 is about 4 times better than the plot of The Last of Us 2.
Okay, third reason why the $70 price tag seems to be justified. Let's keep going.
Feels like it's written by a completely different team of people, because it actually has this 7% of people who've already played it, not once, but twice. Do I see value in buying it a third time for minor graphical overhauls? No, I don't.
You just gave several reasons, and you actually gave more. I cut it because I couldn't stand hearing your stupid voice for too long. You gave several reasons justifying why the $70 price tag was worth it. The accessibility aspects of it, the graphical fidelity, the increase in that, how it plays at 60 frames per second with no issue. What other issues that you actually just state here? Oh, all of the cool things like the sonar and stuff like that were in The Last of Us Part 2 that everyone enjoyed. You gave all those reasons, and you're sitting here saying, can I justify spending $70 on the game again? You're saying no. And this all comes down to you being a greedy ass person and not wanting to spend any money for games. And then you sit here and complain to say, oh, why is no one subscribing to my channel? Why is no one becoming members? Why are my tips so low? Maybe because you refuse to invest any money into your streams, and that's why.
Oh, and I've explained to you guys, listen, it comes out in a couple days, right? It comes out Friday. If someone were willing to donate this to me and say, Phil, here's the game, play it, I'd say, okay, let's play it, and then we can directly see how the graphics look or whatever.
There you go, pimp. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to drop the, if someone would donate the game, then I would play it. He wants to play it. He just doesn't want to spend the $70 out of his pocket. And yet again, this is why, Phil, you will always be stuck on level 1. And this is why no matter how many perks, YouTube ads, gifted memberships, or whatever, you're still going to fail because you refuse to invest any money, any quality content, any original thought into your business. And that's the reason why you fail. And that's the reason why you deserve to fail. And that's the reason why you get so much hate for all the begging that you do. Hope you guys liked the video. Peace out.